Hello folks, welcome to Lester's Custom Truck Shop. Owen in California. This is your RCI69FB4. Getting ready to get started on it. Thought I'd do a little power check before we get started. Give me a second here to set up the bipod. Let's see what kind of power it's doing. Right now I have 1000 watt slugs in both sides. RMS is on the left, peak is on the right. I am in the AM position. Hello, audio, audio. Audio 1 2 1 2 audio, hello. Just a little over 550, almost 600 in AM. Now let's go to lower sideband. Audio, hello, audio. That's a little over 300 RMS and about 600 peak. Okay. So there's our start. And it's time for me to get started. Boy, these are beautiful radios. Ranger makes a lot of really nice, pretty radios. Anyway, more to come. Separating screw in that hole. Remember where that one goes. And so is this one. I wonder if I used all separators in these. Yep, same in that one. That's new. Same up. All four of them are the separating screw, which is unusual. I was here in Texas earlier. Now I'm here in Jamaica. Hey, but any skip is a good skip, right? Been so dry these last few months. Nice to hear just about any kind of skip. That's the name of that dude. You can really see the difference. When I set them down side by side, do the number of blades on the new fins. They also spin faster. That's what gives us the extra cooling. That's the way they're going to go. Look against the thing here. I don't know about that. Yeah, stay underneath the PC board. Right now, I'm just going to put a zip on it the whole other way. I'll be ready for them. And I'll have to either going to solder them to the pins or put the connectors off of these and put the connectors on these. Splice them on there, This heatsink compound may be just fine, but I still like to put the new stuff on there. Because I have seen it works very dried out even on new radios. So it's just best to replace it. You could use like an old credit card or anything. This is an old dealer tag, not, you know, the advertisement type dealer tag, not the one that they put on there right after you buy a vehicle. This is the one that they put on the front. Well, at least in this, they put on the front of the car for advertisement. Just get a little square out of it, works great. This is just a plain old paper towel. I'm filling out the holes with a toothpick. These are blind holes. They don't go all the way through. So it's not a good idea to leave a bunch of heatsink in there. Now the little tiny holes I ain't worried about because they're for the MOSFETs, and this is not a MOSFET amp. Got a really big build coming up here shortly. A friend of mine in Switzerland, a really good customer, has ordered a $29.95 with one of the MOSFET amps mounted on the top of it. They wanted to use a power supply internal, so I had to do a lot of searching to find one that would do enough amperage and still go inside the radio, but I found one. So I'm talking instead of concentrating on what I'm doing, huh? Alright. I think what I'm going to do is put a new board in here, and yeah, that's what I'm going to do. We're good. Okay. I ordered everything but the kitchen sink. Just cover that up so I don't get that crap everywhere. And we put down some new heatsink compound, and we'll put the new board in there. It's just easier that way. Now I can take the heat gun and I say heat gun, I can take the SMD air gun and get the all the transistors off without having to apply too much heat directly to the board. Come on, give it up. That's probably way too much. Yep, way too much. Oh well, can put it back in the bottle. God almighty, open up, Jesus. Fucking bag stuck together. You know what? That's why I do that. Man, it appears to be just about right. Might be a little bit too much on this one too. Okay. Ready for new transistors. Like I told you 1,000 times, that crap gets me everywhere. You want it, you're not. I'll do over here to hold these wires in place. like to put Kapton tape on the bottom of it, because if you get these too hot, these areas, these are holes in the top of the board. See them there? Those two there. If you get these too hot, the solder too hot, it drips. It will drip through, and it could short out the PC board right there. So I like to put a little Kapton tape on the bottom of it to make sure that doesn't happen. It's just a pain in the butt to take this back out once you get the transistors in there. Just put a couple of layers of Kapton tape. It's real thin stuff, very high heat resistant. It's like, you guys know the little Mylar insulators used behind transistors. I think it's pretty close to the same type of material, only this is super thin and flexible. Mica is what I was trying to think of, not Mylar. Just looking over to make sure there's no defects on the board. No obvious defects. Anyway, I got that project for the $29.95 coming up. Plus, I got another project where we're going to put an 8-pill, let me call them 8 pills now, 8 transistor board in a custom heat sink underneath one of these. That ought to be something. Looking forward to building that. Okay, I think I'll put a few screws in here. Now, knowing that these are self-tappers, I have to be careful and not strip them out. I guess they just had a bunch of extras. Next thing I want to do is get these pins out of here. Should have pulled them out before oh well. They'll come out pretty easy. Helps if I put a little heat on them. And the reason I want to take these out is because we're putting 4AWG wire in there. The spacing between these is really not wide enough for the 4AWG. So I just solder it to this pad and hold it together so it doesn't get out and short anything else out. Just like that. thing with these two up here. Probably ought to switch around. These are a little harder to get to because the diode's in the way and that plastic connector is in the way. Melt that relay either. Come on. This one's going to be difficult. I know that I can tell the solder's melted. There it comes. Okay. Those are out of the way. Alright, time to fire up the big iron. So more to come. This is Stinger on 4AWG oxygen free copper cable. It's a Stinger Pro Series. I've been using Stinger for quite a few years. When we first started out with this, doing custom trucks, we were using Stinger for the audio systems. You learn that this is the best damn cable for power in the market. And look how thick that insulation is. It's very flexible. I don't remember how many strands is in the wire. It's a bunch. I'll tin the wire first before I put it in there. Stay down for me. If I do it like that, then do that better. Don't stay there, maybe. Back. I like to get the wire full of solder before I try to solder it to the equipment, and when you don't have to heat it to make any equipment. I want to get down in between the individual wires. That's pretty good. Okay. Let's get some solder on this spot. Just like that. I need to position the wire. I didn't get on all sides, did it? Looks like it. At the edge of the insulation, right there at the edge of the copper. God damn it, get away from that faster. Yeah, the next little pest right there, but still I don't want touching. No touching. Okay. That's a good bond right there. If I didn't have this flexible cable, I wouldn't be able to do this. See, this is where that captain tape comes in handy. Give it time to cool off. Nope, that's fine. Didn't penetrate all the way through. I'm going to have to do just like this. So I lift it up. It moves away from the board. So I'm going to grab it back here. Push it down. There we go. It's certainly cool. It's okay. Damn it. Alright, speaker. Company check. Okay. We're good there. I like to leave these loose until I get through, because it's a pain to plug in that antenna and that little power connector up there, or transmit key. Yeah, it's time to put the transistors in. It's going to be the Chinese Toshibas, the ones I thought were real Toshibas when I was selling them. So you'll be getting a refund on this. It's about $150, something like that. I paid $58 a piece for these transistors from India. I've told this story before, thinking that they were real Toshibas because the documentation the guy sent, the pictures he sent, showed a real Toshiba box and showed a bunch of Toshiba transistors sitting inside the trays inside that box. So it looked real to me. So I bought 100 of them, $58 a piece. And boy, I found out later on from one of my good customers, who's not a customer of mine anymore because of that very thing. He felt like I was trying to cheat him, which I wasn't. I didn't know any better. But he's not a customer anymore. But these transistors, these Chinese Toshibas, although they're not Japanese Toshibas, they work extremely well. Extremely well. And you guys seen some of the power I've got out of these. So I'm not going to throw them out. I'm going to use them. I'll issue refunds for because I didn't mean to mislead anybody. I didn't know that they were not Japanese Toshibas. So I'm putting them in, and they're working damn good. All right? Okay, so before I can put the transistors in, actually that's not true. I can go ahead and put the transistors in now, and then do my thing back here after I get the transistors installed. Okay, let me go get those. Okay. This is the Chinese Toshiba's infamous 6Js, but they are damn good transistors. That's not a 65. Yeah, it is. Gain is 65. That's from my DCA75. It's showing me a gain of 65 on all of these. Oops. That's not good. Won't work too well that way. Yeah, they're all 65s. That's good. Yeah, that's a good gain. It's from my DCA 75 now. Everybody puts these down. Oh, those are knockoffs and whatever, but they might be knockoffs. I get a hell of a lot of power out of them from them to be knockoffs. I stand behind them. Now, if you just go out there and burn the amplifier to the ground, I won't stand behind it, of course. But if it fails under normal use, I will, till I run out of them. And then we'll have to go back with HGs. But I didn't buy any more of them after everybody said, started complaining about it. After that one good customer, and I still hate that. It just didn't know any better, I just thought they were real Toshiba, especially from the way they perform. Gee whiz. actually get a little more power out of these, I believe, than the Japanese Toshibas. But, you know, again, I thought I was getting a good deal on them. $58 a piece for Toshibas, come on. That's a hell of a deal. Especially when RF Parts was selling them for, I think it was like $75 a piece or something like that. To be able to buy 100 of them for $58 a piece. Wow, that was a really good deal. So I thought. Well, it was a good deal. I mean, these may not be Japanese Toshibas, but damn, were they powerful. They work really good. The only thing you have to remember is that if one of them fails, you need to go back with the same type of transistor. You can't be intermixing them. I've never tried it myself. I've been very pleased with these. So have my customers. You guys seen some of the power I've gotten out of these on my videos. I'm talking about PEP power. I did a 2970N4 here a while back. Got 1300 watts PEP out of it at 15 volts. With a set of, I think it had a set of these in it. I'd have to go back and look at the video. Maybe it didn't. Maybe that one had, I think that one had HGs in it. But I get 1200 watts regularly out of these. I was, you know, I mean, I could get 900 or 1,000 out of the Japanese Toshibas with no problem. But again, I like them. They may not be Japanese Toshibas, they're Chinese Toshibas, but they work great. And if you've got some of these you want to sell, if they're brand new, contact me. I might buy them off of you. Because like I said, I like them. Prices went up on them too, from what I understand. When I bought these, they were $58 a piece, and I thought I was getting a really good deal then. But I think then the price came down to about $30 a piece, and then it went back up, and now it's even more than what it was then. Now I'm basing this off of what I've seen on eBay. But yeah, they sure fooled me. I got over in India. I thought, well, if I'm buying them from India, and they can't be from China, we live and learn, don't we? Yeah, it's just easier, quicker for me to put in a new amp board and add the new transistors to it. Like I said, I'll get the transistors out of that other one with my SMD station. That way I don't have to pick at the PC runs and all that stuff. I can just heat up all 4 of them at the same time and just lift the transistor right out, which is nice. Okay. You guys are going to see what I'm talking about when I fire this baby up. See, that Kapton tape protects that Teflon. Me getting the soldering arm up against this didn't hurt it. I think I'm going to heat that joint up a little more right there. Carry it across this empty spot right here. Like that. Okay. This 4AWG cable is one of the reasons why we're able to get such high PEP out of it. Not the only reason. I'm not going to show you the other part. Give it a little time to cool down. Let's see, I need to do the ground real quick. Got the coax connected. Okay. Time for me to do my thing. More to come. Sit down just like that. I'm probably going to use hot glue to mount it. The reason for that is there's a bunch of little components underneath it. I guess I could stack the double-sided tape up right here to make sure that we get clearance. I might put some Kapton tape on those areas there. Gee, I hate to do that though, because I should peel off of them pretty good. I'm worried about it pulling up the components when you go to take the tape off, if you pull the tape off. But better to be safe than sorry. And no, I don't feel like I'm wasting this expensive tape. I feel like it will pay for itself in the long run. I want to put it over these parts right here. Put a piece right across there. Now, unfortunately, my cases, the enclosures for my new SP1s, the Lescom SP1s, are not out, or I don't have them yet. I mean, I've done the design, sent it off to be manufactured, but not here yet. So what I'm using are the cases that I'm building. The enclosures I'm cutting out and making manually, if that makes any sense. Just cut the pattern out on the sheet of metal and then bend it up. Okay, now see, with the Kapton tape on both sides there, this guy's not going to short out on anything when I set him all the way down like this. I think I ought to move that a little bit further that way, if I can. Yeah, that works. This back and cover up the connections of that meter adjustment. So yeah, no way it can touch any of the parts. Put some around the metal enclosure as well, just to make extra sure, just for that extra little bit of protection. Stop spinning around. God damn it. Sorry, didn't mean to say that out loud. It's just aggravating when things don't do what you think they ought to do. Got that corner back there now protected. rest of it. Same way. This probably isn't necessary, but just want to make double sure. You know, with vibration from a vehicle, it's always a good idea to be extra careful. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with that. Time for the hot glue. I like to melt those little hot glue stringers that look like they're as small as hairs. And she's in there. Okay, now if you ever need to remove that, just remember alcohol. Pour a little alcohol in there, let it get up underneath it, and it'll peel right off. Okay, and that should be low enough that it doesn't interfere with the amplifier case enclosure. Whatever. You know what I'm talking about. I still have no idea how this connector right there got into heatsink compound. The closest thing is that. There's not that much of it exposed. I guess it could have got into that one back there. see which end is the input. Green is the output, yellow is the input. Yellow is the input. I'll go right there. So, need one of these. Now I like to, instead of soldering these and wiring them up right into the radio, I like to put connectors on there. And the reason I do that is so that, well, for troubleshooting, for one thing, if you need to troubleshoot a audio problem, it's pretty easy to take it out of circuit. Secondly, if it goes bad, real easy to replace it. Sockets that I'm using are a 4-place socket instead of a 3-place, so I cut that last part off of it. These actually come from fan, computer fan connector. In case you guys want to do yours, the ones that order them, just the speech processor, if you want to do yours this way, that's where the connectors come from, is a computer fan. But they work really well. Perfect size. Like I said, it's the ones I get have 4 on the socket, but they do have 3 on the male side. This one I don't need wires on it. Didn't get all the heat shrink off of it. Dang, boy, that's some stubborn heat shrink right there. I guess that's what you want. Okay. So the input coming from the microphone, we want to go to the compressor. Just like so. So that's mic, that's ground, and that's push to talk. Go this way. I want to get solder close to the faceplate. I want it to be soldering close to the faceplate. Dang, did I not get all the heat shrink off of that? Now, why did you do that? Had it lined up perfect, and then it moved. Damn it, get out of the way. Should have did that before I started. Okay. Here's my yellow push to talk wire. I need to strip that back a little more. The input side. Now what I'll do is once I test it, make sure everything works correctly, I'll put that industrial hot glue around this, kind of like a molded end, to keep it from shorting to anything. Alright, this guy here will go the other way. See, like this. Okay, push the top wire, it's going to go here. Actually, doesn't need to be that long. Let's cut that off. Okay, this one we're going to use heat shrink. For the connections. You guys can see what I'm doing. I think you can. I think it's in frame. If not, I do apologize. It looks like it's in frame to me. A couple of you asked me what happened to my finger. Solder splashed back up and landed on my finger while still in the molten state. Burnt the crap out of me. A good friend of mine that no longer with us, is Silent Key, always used to tell me, said, don't burn your fingers. And I thought about that at about the same time it happened. His name was George, 952, Jacksonville. I was talking to him every morning. He used to always say his favorite phrase was, when me and the other guys would start talking about stuff, he'd say, I don't have a dog in that fight. That was his favorite saying. It was more like, I ain't got no dog in that fight. Sad to say, but most of my old radio buddies are gone. All the guys I used to know that built amplifiers and were good amplifier techs, all of them are gone. No, I didn't have anybody to teach me about working on radios. I learned most of my electronics theory in the Navy. I just used what I had learned, applied it to radio. I started out in CB radio in, what was it, 66, 65, somewhere around there. My CB call sign was KBT. KBT. Think about that. At the same time, well, my call sign starts out with KB. And yes, I've kept that same call sign all these years. Not going to change it. Why? Because it's my original call sign. Okay, now. You got to stop fighting me here. Yeah, just like that. Good connection. Yep, it was KBT. I had that same call sign right on up until they said you didn't need that anymore, which I thought was a mistake, but look where we are today. Just like I thought it was a mistake that they cut out Morse code and you having to pass Morse code or learn Morse code to become a ham. Don't have to do that anymore. I think that's a lost art. Yeah, it was a pain in the butt to learn. But I tell you what, a lot of people still use it. Maritime services still use it. Aircraft search aircraft still use it, believe it or not. So if you get a chance to learn Morse code, you should. It might save your life one day. Okay. Now, like I said, I'm not going to put any hot glue on this until I test it. Make sure that everything works properly. And if it does, then I'll cover it up with hot glue. I need to put a wire tie on that to keep that wire from moving around and breaking, or I'll be redoing that connection. Bring these back around, fold them in on themselves, and make sure that the connections line up. And they do. Okay. Won't make any noise if it's plugged into itself. That's the input. This is the output right here. All right, this is going to go here, but I just wanted to connect it up, make sure that it lined up down here like it did up there. I think it did, or was that first? Oh no, okay, all right, just look that way. Okay, yep, that's right, push the Torx on this end. All right, okay. Okie dokie. A little purple on that. There he is. Purple and blue. You know what? I need to add another switch back there. I'm going to have to cut off the and on the SP1. So I need another switch. Dang it. It's okay. I haven't put that up yet. All you guys waiting on radios, I so much appreciate you being so patient. I'm working as fast as I can, but as you can see, with this build, some of them take a while. Especially when the customer adds this much stuff to it. Let me go get another switch real quick. Okay, it's telling me my camera's too hot, so I'm going to pause it for a little bit, take a break, and I'll be back. Okay. Find a suitable spot for the power. Now then, alright, got there's your CP1 right there. Okay, there's the upgraded DC input buffer filter and voltage regulator buffer filter. Here are the quick disconnects for the SP1. And, you know, we put those in there for troubleshooting. Or in case you decide you don't want to use the SP1 anymore, maybe you buy a new radio and you want to move it to a new radio. This allows you to do it very quickly. Only thing you need to do is reconnect the 12 volt and the ground on-off switch. Okay. New 20 kilohertz wide filter in here. And of course we did the expansion already. I like these radios. They are beautiful radios. Okay. What else was I going to tell you? Well, the new LC SP1 takes the place of the discontinued SP1 from Top Gun Tech, which I really hate they discontinued theirs, because I thought it was a really, really good speech processor circuit. This is our second version. It's the V2, the LC SP1 V2. This is the version 1. I like the version 1 because it's smaller, it's more compact. I was able to use an IC that's upright, but you just don't get the quality out of it that I did with the V2. The V2 is a version of the Clear Channel Corporation speech processor that they used in the 3300s and the 3500s. It was a real pain in the butt to find a schematic on it, but there it is. It's the same version that was in the Clear Channel 3300. So if you ever need to work on it, all you got to do is get one of those schematics and you're able to work on it. The PC board design is my own, and of course it's trademarked, copyrighted, all that kind of crap. So we've got 500 pieces in the process of being manufactured now. Okay, I don't plan on selling them to distributors, but I am thinking about making it available to the general public, instead of us just using them for installation for our customers. If you want to buy one, let me know. We still haven't received the enclosures. I'm getting 1,000 enclosures manufactured, but it's going to take a little while, about 30 days to get those in. Okay, so what you see here is a manual enclosure, one that I made by hand. That's why it's not real pretty, but it works great. Okay, and this thing inside this radio works terrifically. I'll show you here in just a minute. Let me get it connected and I'll be back. Okay, so I got it all connected up. I have a special adapter that allows me to plug into the plug that normally connects into the amplifier section. I can just connect a power supply to it. I've got a special adapter here for the little RF cable that goes into the amplifier. I've got an adapter that allows me to plug it into an SO239, and that allows me to connect it to my antenna connection. Now, I am in 10 meters 28410 upper sideband. Hello 1 2 1 2 hello. Hello 1 2 3 3 2 1. Okay. Let's see. Are you able to hear that? I think you are. Audio testing, testing audio. Audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. All right, that's without the SP1. I'm going to talk now. 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Trying to get a little feedback. Turn the volume down there a little bit. Audio, hello, hello, audio, audio 1 2. I'm going to turn on the SP1. Hello, audio, audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Audio, hello. I'm not sure you could hear that. Audio 1 2 1 2 audio, audio, audio 1 2 1 2 audio, audio, audio 1 2 1 2 audio. The biggest difference is down here on the meter. I'll get you down here where you can see that. Okay, I've got a 25 watt slug on the RMS side and a 50 watt slug on the peak side. Okay, now this is with the SP1 turned off. I'm still on the upper side. Hello audio, audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Now I'm going to turn it on. 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Hello audio, audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Audio test. Let me talk a little bit and turn it back off. Audio 1 2 3 4 5. It's on right now. Now I just turned it off. Audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Hello audio, it's on now. 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. See, it makes a really, really big difference. And that's what you want. You want that big difference. Hello 1 2 1 2 audio. Audio 1 2 3 3 2 1. Still trying to get a little feedback. That was with it off. I just turned it on now. Audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Audio test. Okay, so there it is, a little bit different view. Okay, got those capacitors in there laying on their side so that they won't interfere with the amplifier section once we put that back on there. All right, I still got to put hot glue over these contacts, and I need to reroute that one because it's pulled awful tight. I'll take care of that here in just a second, but that's where I'm at right now. I'm getting ready to install the amp section back on here. Well, no, I got to go put the connector on it first. I got to do the crimp on the connector, and then I'll be back to put the amp section, marry the two up. Okay, all right, more to come. Okay, Owen. Got the amp joined back up to the radio. I'm on 27205. Okay. And I got a 1,000-watt slug in RMS, and a 1,000-watt slug in peak. Multipliers on the ×1 position. Okay, so we're going to be reading on the bottom scale on both meters multiplied by 10. So where it says 100, that's actually 1,000. I'm at 13.8 volts. RF power's all the way up, I think. Let me double check that. Yep. Mic gain's all the way up. I'm on AM. Did Ken about, I'd say 185, almost 190 watts. Hello, audio. Audio 1, 2, 1, 2, audio. Now, the SP1 is off. Okay. I'm going to turn well, no, SP1 was on. Audio, hello, hello, audio. Audio 1, 2, 1, 2, audio. Now I'm going to turn SP1 on. That was off. SP1A is on now, or SP1V2 is on now. The LC SP1V2. Hello, audio. Audio 1, 2, 1, 2, audio. A little over 900 watts. No, a little over 800 watts at 13.8. Now, you didn't order an auxiliary fan for this amp, okay? So you're going to need to keep a fan on it, or keep it somewhere where it can stay cool, or run the power down way low on it, all right? Otherwise it will overheat. That was on AM. That was power all the way up. I'm going to turn power all the way down. And we just barely moved the needle. But look at that swing. Audio, hello, hello, audio. Audio 1, 2, 1, 2, audio. That's with the LCSP1 on. LCSP1 off. Hello, audio. Audio 1, 2, 1, 2, audio. Audio, hello. SP1A on. LCSP1 on. Audio, hello, hello, audio. It's not A, it's LCSPV2. It's version 2. Okay. Let's see, let me turn the radio on here. Get on that channel. A lot of skip coming in today, which I'm glad to hear. Now I'm on the dummy load. Yep, wants to squeal now. Turn that off. Okay, audio, audio, hello, hello, audio. Audio 1, 2, 1, 2, audio. Audio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, audio test. SSP or LCSP1 off. There's LCSP1 on. Let me turn the mic gain down some. Audio, hello, hello, audio. Audio test 1, 2, test, test 1, 2. LCSP1 off. Hello, audio. Audio 1, 2, 1, 2, audio. I have to turn the mic gain back up. Audio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now I'm going to turn the RF power all the way up and switch to lower sideband. LCSP1 off. Audio, hello, audio. Audio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, that's at 13.8. Okay. LCSP1 on. Audio, hello, audio. Audio 1, 2, 1, 2, audio. See how that average power comes up there? This thing is just, it's rocking. Okay. Now, I'm going to move up to 14.9 volts. 14.9, 15, somewhere in there. All right, it's flickering between 14.9 and 15. The LCSP1 is off. Audio, hello, hello, audio. Audio 1, 2, 1, 2, audio. Audio 1, 2, 1, 2, audio. Okay, now SP1 on. Hello audio, audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Audio test, test audio. LCSP1 off. Audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. LCSP1 on. Audio, hello, hello, audio. Okay. All right, Owen, let me put it back together, get the covers on it, and we'll do one last video. Okay, boys, rocking and rolling. Like I said, now I did turn the power down just a little bit because there's no auxiliary fan on here. So you need to keep an eye on it, keep air circulating over the heatsink. Okay, all right, more to come. Owen, there she is, buddy. Beautiful, beautiful radio. Ranger did it right when they made this one. Okay, you got your amp upgrades done. Got the new transistors in there. Got all the LESCOM enhancements done, including the filters and also the buffer filters. Has the CP1 installed. The LCSP1V2 is installed, and all of the switches on the back are labeled. Let me see if I can turn that around where you can see that. And still keep it in the camera. Okay. Yeah, you can see that. One closest to the heatsink is the amp. That's the LESCOM noise filter, high cut, and LCSP1. There's high cut on, high cut off. Noise filter on, noise filter off. I think you're going to be really, really happy with this radio. But like I said, there is no auxiliary fan, so be mindful of that. Keep a fan blowing on it, keep it cool, blowing on that heatsink. We did upgrade the internal fans. Here's the old ones out of it right here. A couple of those. Okay, they've been upgraded to the high-speed internal fans, which is going to help, but it's not enough. So either keep the RF power turned way down and just operate it at a bare minimum that you need to, or put some kind of fan on the bottom of it so that it cools this heatsink, because it will get warm, especially if you run it at full power. It gets warm quick. And I won't be responsible for the transistors if you burn them up because it overheated. Okay, you put that out there now. All right. Owen, I sure hope you enjoy your new radio. It was my pleasure to set it up for you. 7-3, everybody. Enjoy the DX and happy Memorial Day. Have a great Memorial weekend. Stay safe.